Hello, hello, welcome everyone. Welcome to Sunday Shogi, where we take your games and we roast you very hard. Welcome everyone. Welcome, welcome. If you didn't upload your kifu, remember you can use the exclamation mark kifu to get the link of the formula where you should upload it. Hopefully your weekend was great so far. Shogi explained heya 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 in Japanese. Hi TTV Netty. Welcome everyone. Today we will have so far 4 kifu to review, plus 1 for YouTube. The one for YouTube will be from Ko. And we're gonna start with Eon's kifu as usual. After that we will have Navoiska. She's also 81 dojo. Rida, the Shogi link, alright. And USK Zen, and the link is surprisingly the whole kifu itself. Okay, so we're gonna import that into Shogi. Hopefully that's gonna work. So far that's gonna be the order. Maybe you will get another 300% rate today. Who knows? Who knows? That's gonna put a pressure on me. All right, so downloading all the kifus. Boom, Ion. Navoiska. The rest is not downloadable. Not downloadable. My language, my tongue doesn't speak. I cannot speak today. Give me a second. I was training music notes and a guitar up until now, and my wrong side of my brain is working right now. The one that's not responsible for creating sentences. So I need to wake up. Banana. Alright though. Eon will be sent and Navoiska also will be sent, and Eon's comment is: it was painful to lose this game because it was an important tournament game in 81 O League, so I have to do better next time. Thank you for the kifu review. Toad is saying I will upload one, although others games are more serious. Well, Toad, your kifu is very valuable as well. Please upload it. Well, most of kifu... if the kifu is valid here itself, probably not. Probably. Let's be honest, it's probably not. It contains Japanese characters as well, so we know how it goes with that. Alright, I feel like changing color of my arrows today. Should we go aggressive or should we go purple? Green. More blue. Ooh. I feel like this arrow today. Let's go. Japanese characters are legal in URLs now. Ooh, interesting. Well, let's see, Time Zombie. Let's see. I'm gonna take that kifu just for you, Time Zombie. Just for you. Click, click, click. Just for you. I'm afraid... funnily enough, we found some images connected to it, and they do contain shogi, so there is hope, but unfortunately, as you can see, yeah. All right. So, let's take a look on Eon's game first. Usually, okay, but we're going for Ibisha, so it doesn't matter, yeah. All right. Because Eon is for Ibisha player, right? Good night, it looks a little bit too early, right? I wonder if we can expose it somehow. Like, should we feel compelled to push this pawn, allow them exchange, and perhaps if they try to like defend, I can take this pawn and sabaki my rook. This is something I would like to consider, right? Just a cool example, yeah? If they try to do the same thing at the same time, we have this cool move here, right? So we could work with this. We could, but then we lose a whole material. I'm not sure anymore. But anyway, this is something we would have to consider, right? Like moves like this. Maybe a simple bishop drop here would work. Yeah. Especially that they didn't push any of those pawns, so it's like kind of compelling. Hello, Urhere. Was it your kifu? Usk, is it you? I don't know. Your browser talked to you in German. Yes, because I live in Switzerland and the browsers speak German here. Yeah, okay. Me too, we are all learning. I'm definitely learning guitar today. Alright, so now it's too late because they pushed this pawn. Although, depending... Yeah, okay, I don't like this move from you. I know this is part of that shining dragon thing. But in that case, shouldn't we move this gold first? I have so many questions. I will have to study it myself. Not sure about this shape. It feels weird. Okay. Alright, so our chance is missed. If they push this thing, we might have had occasion to attack here, but they did it safely, so nope. It was mine. Alright. If you play on 81 Dojo, you can input the link. And yeah, it is 81 Dojo. So all you do is... Yeah, it doesn't say here. Yeah, just keep doing this. It doesn't matter. I mean, I will manage. If it's correct kifu, I will manage. Don't worry. Basically, you can go to your profile on 81 Dojo, search for your recent games, and once you open it, the browser has the link of the kifu. If it makes sense what I'm saying. Or after you finish the game, there is a link in the lobby, like here. You can find the link here. The other one is in your profile. You can try it next time. But yeah, if you don't find it, kifu is fine. Okay, we're developing somewhat. I'm really eager to jump the knight here, right? Because it's a good knight to have in the center. I'm not sure if those two moves have value to us. Like, for example, this move seems like more valuable than this move. So we have to consider those. Yeah, so that depends on what we want to do, right? Okay, central rook. I mean, I would be fine with pawn push as well. Exchange. If they drop, I go back. Anytime they take, the knight dies, right? So then I develop my silver in the center and I attack the bishop's head. That would be like normal development. The gold up is like leaving the castle open. It's over defending this pawn that doesn't need the defense. They cannot, if we are afraid of this line, they cannot really do that because the knight's head would be a weakness. So we don't have to immediately defend it, yeah? If they put this, maybe we have to consider that, but we have time to like put some pressure on this head. Maybe. Something like this. Yeah, and we have pressure on the bishop. If they go here, now we have time to like play something else, right? I mean, side talk, if we are able to drop the pawn here, force them here, force them here, force them here, and force this attack, that would be also nice, but yeah. We generally don't want to move the gold like this, I feel. It was mine. I just started playing this game. Mifa is lying. How many games have you played in total? Yeah, no, Mifa is a troll. He played a lot. He played for years already. Don't believe him. Or Here, don't believe him. All right, so now this is indicating an edge attack, right? So we do not jump the knight because this would weaken our edge. And we take it with the rook. So there's literally, this gold is like pointless. If we maybe try to like make a play or something, but basically we passed a move here. I feel like. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so now there's the problem. What we really would like to do is like just do this and do this. The problem is this goat is dying, yeah? Because it's hanging. It's very unfortunate timing, basically. Okay, but we're holding up. Oh, this is amazing counter from the enemy, yeah? Now he can fork the rook and the bishop. And here, technically, what do we have? We actually have a lance and silver for that rook. So it's not the worst. And now we have the rook back, which means we have a free silver, but they have the rook drop here, then we dream, it's fine. Okay. Pound drop? Pound drop? But then rook drop is not possible, the bishop is protecting right now, right? Pound drop would be more solid, it feels. This is so natural to go here, so natural. You connect the silver to your castle, so natural. Like, you prefer to force them to go away from the castle, take the knight, right? So natural. Leaving it hanging like this? Now you're gonna lose your... Okay, anyway, came back. So the rook drop. So the funny part about the lance is that they have this pawn here. I'm all around the place. I'm not explaining well, but I'm just jumping from one position to the other. This is the weakness of this shape, right? So I would prefer to use the lance here. Multiple personalities. What kind of excuse are you gonna think about? Shogi explained. The pieces have heads and there is a roof. I have learned it already. Cool. That's good. This is why he's probably a great teacher, since he can turn into his inner beginner. Yeah, maybe. So with this logic, founder would be better, right? Because what we've been doing here, it's like saying, we can take this lance later. We can take this lance later. I want to play this move. Same way we want to keep this king safe, right? We can take this lance later. And then, because they don't have a good continuation, I can just think about attacking, right? Of course, this rook is so useless. Yeah, so the reason why I prefer this move in general is that I'm trying for those two pieces to cooperate together. this makes those two pieces cooperate, but leaves this rook out, right? So the rook here is a very big problem. We have enough pieces to attack, no? In fact, we could drop a lance here already. We could force them into nasty situations, right? Rook wasn't the most efficient move, perhaps. All right, but we are here, we lost the gold. That's the worst. Okay. This is where we're clearly losing, I feel. Okay, not clear. We still have the lance on the king's head, right? We have this, but the lance is under attack, meaning we are in a hurry. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's quite painful, I have to admit. We were having a good fight, and then with this one move, I think it all crumbled suddenly. Like the king's safety became so much different. We cannot attack because if we give them many pieces like knight drop, for example, yeah, gold drop, knight drop will finish off our king. So it feels very uncomfortable to... Actually, yeah, like knight drop already, yeah. It's quite threatening. You have to do something. They force you into this very unpleasant situation, and this is forced mate, right? So this all crumbled around here. This is why perhaps like one more defensive move was necessary. Yeah, but it's not about sacrificing the gold, it's about allowing the horse there. And on top of that, giving them a gold. Yeah, like, speaking of that gold, like, being here would be so much better. So there are many tiny things around here that might matter, like the order of moves, like the position of the gold. I definitely would want to like analyze this gold meaning in this position if I were to analyze it for YouTube. I mean, it like at this point, having this gold here and allowing this, it's like, sure, type of situation. Please come here. Yeah, what can you do? Promote here. Okay, I assume we want to keep protection of that pawn, sure. Now our bishop isn't working anymore, right? Yeah, pawn drop feels so much better. I don't know. Yeah, because we rebuild the roof. Feels better. We can, of course, retreat, but then we kind of continue having those safe squares as compared here. They even can drop a rook here if they want immediately, right? It's kind of feeling a little bit wrong here. And here, yeah, defense or attack. The question is, which move do we want to play, yeah? Do we want to, like, in this position, for example, do we want to play the attacking move of the rook? Or maybe perhaps we just want to push this pawn here. Yeah, just pawn alone, having the rook in hand, could allow us different things. I don't know, just an example. For example, yeah? We managed to drag the king out, and we have the rook drop. Maybe we can do something with it, right? So sometimes it's better to keep the rook as a threat in hand, yeah, instead of going for the traditional, I'm gonna attack from the side. But we already know that this castle is strong from the side, right? So maybe it's better to expose their other weakness first. That would be my way of thinking. I used to think that the gold was lens, yes. Dancers hate this one trick, works every time, yeah. The clickbait. Yeah. I know it's like important to play a little bit of attacking, little bit of defensive move, but it feels like we're playing attacking move when we should be playing defensive moves. Like there is no reason for us to play this in between move. We can play it later, right? And same with like this move. Like we could defend it slowly. Again, we could defend it slowly, right? Like the order is wrong. We don't have to take the last. If they take, we can take it with both with the king or the silver. They cannot drop the pawn after all, right? That's the one good thing that this rook is giving us. They have no pawn drop. And then I would be thinking about moves like this, bishop drop, putting double pressure on this, triple pressure on this guy, and thinking of checkmating. Yeah, stuff like that. If they don't defend, maybe I'm gonna add a silver here. Yeah, if my king is safe, that's great. Maybe king takes is better. I actually don't know. You just solved the Ritsume ever. Rook is for sacrifice only, yep. When you solve Tsume, first think about the worst sacrifice you can make. Indeed. Yeah, and this is disaster. Yeah, just those 2 points, I guess. I mean, we talked a little bit about the opening importance. I'm not sure about this gold. The role of the bishop is a big mystery. Now, another question is, do we need to drop this pawn? Or maybe we could have played another move, yeah? Maybe we wanted to keep this piece as a hostage piece and force them to drop a pawn in front of our, like, stuff like this, yeah? Maybe we, like, if we're defending type of deal. And then they push here. And there's one more pawn difference, right? We could have considered moves like this. And then, depending on the situation, we can sacrifice the rook. Depending on the situation, we have 2 pieces. Maybe pawn drop is good, you know? We threaten pawn drop. Maybe, yeah, this one. I guess this would force this immediately, so it doesn't work in this case. But yeah, this is something we have to consider in general. Yeah, here definitely we had 2 pieces for 1, 3 silver, and we should be winning here. Yeah, I'll drop a pawn. And I'm not sure about this rook. This is something, this is a big question of what do you want to do in this game type of move, yeah? So this position might be the critical one you would like to, you could reconsider, Ian. Hostage piece, yes. Shichigoma. So it's not gonna appear because... Yeah, it's not gonna appear. So, Shichi... comma. I think it's this kanji. Is it this kanji? I'm asking myself this question. Yeah, shichigoma. Piece in question. Shogi で必要な時、いつでも取ることができる状態になる相手方のコマ。The enemy piece that is in the situation that whenever it's necessary, we can take it at any time. It's our hostage. No, I mean 7 piece. No. Shichi. Shichi means substance, quality, matter, temperament. Quality, value, nature, inherent quality, character, question, interpolation, alternation, protein, pawn, pound article, pledge, security guarantee, pawn shop, forfeiting. Actually, wonder why did we translate it like this? No idea. Protein, there you go. Protein piece. Let me take Hidechi dictionary. Shi. Sashi. Shi, chi. Shu. No, shi. Shidari. Cha. Shi. Akasa. Ta. Where's chi? Ta. Yeah. Ta, chi, comma. Hostage piece. A piece on the board that can be taken by the opponent anytime he wants to in order to use it in the final mating attack. It's not necessary final mating attack, but hostage piece. The most perfect time for Game Grammar to make his introduction? Yeah, I would assume so. You can ask him to inquire. Good character, disposition, temperament, nature, kind, sort. Okay, we're gonna spend some time trying to find the meaning of this word. I'm sorry. We have to go into the depth of... For example, this becomes Shichigoma, right? This card, because we can take it. Yes. But where did this word come from? Yeah, they're not explaining where it came from. It's just a word. Imi. Yeah, usually I have like explanation. Oh, you see, because this kanji means this, so it is this. Oh, Nihongo. Oh, wait, this one. Shichi to wa totemo muzukashi Nihongo desu ka? Very difficult Japanese, but hitojichi no jichi to onaji imi desu. What's hitojichi? Hostage. Yeah! That comes from the word hostage, which is hitojichi. To kidnap someone. Take hostage. So we're taking enemy piece as a hostage. Easy. Oh, Game Grammar is here. Oh, you also knew it. All right, nice, nice. Hello. Ah, you got it before I did. Nice. Putting our mining helmets on a venture down into caves. Yeah, you were right. You were right. Nice. 9 down at kanji, definitely. All right, back to the analysis. So we finished Eon's kifu. Next we have Navoiska. Navoiska is saying, I did computer analysis on Shogi. That's your first mistake. I supposedly had a slight advantage in the opening. How should I have treated the position? After I broke my own castle, how could I have defended better? So the Shogi computer isn't the best one to use. Did I write your name correctly? I'm gonna assume so. No, I ate one letter, I'm afraid. No, mistyped it. Yeah, that's what I meant. Navoiska. Yep. Well, at least you're 7 then, I would assume. Alright, let's take a look at your opening then. So usually in Shogi we start with those 2 moves. This is pretty unusual, but I think we talked about it last time you sent your kifu. And here I would like to attack this pawn with my bishop. This will be 2 pieces versus 1. And I would like to try to capture that rook. Like this. I would really like to try that. It's not so easy probably, but I would like to try it anyway. We might be missing one more move. Okay, so we're gonna put the pressure on the rook probably, right? That's our plan. Our plan, yes, okay. So the move I would like to see is this one. Okay, we have the edge pawn, that's great. I think we talked about it last time. Is this one. Because it brings those 2 generals closer to the king, and this is the minimum of a castle that you need. Having 3 generals would be better, but we are going for a very aggressive strategy, so at least having those 2 is necessary. And then in Shogi, our main objective is to activate those 2 pieces. So you are doing this, which tries to activate this piece and probably promote it here. But that doesn't activate those 2 pieces, right? So we have to come up with a better plan. Like, for example, bring the bishop here, try to put it here or something like this. Could be one plan. Let's say they make a mistake, right? And then mistake. What's a mistake? And then we go here, put a pressure over this line. And yeah, we're breaking through, right? So this way we would be using this bishop. And later on this rook would join the fight. Here we're just going with silver, they just defend with the silver. And we kind of trapped with this silver, it has nowhere to retreat. So next is going to die. I guess it wouldn't die immediately. But yeah, it's not supporting those 2 big pieces. Yeah, so here, speaking of the flow of the game, yeah? Here we're going... the middle game is over. I'm going for the attack. Oh wait, I changed my mind. I'm gonna work on my castle. No, so at this point, when we start an attacking move, we have to continue attacking. So either we don't do that and make the defensive move, or we accept our position and continue attacking, yeah? Or something, I don't know. This is not gonna work probably, but let's say something happened like this, yeah? So this would A requested content analysis uses Yana with O. Oh, okay, okay. This would be better. Slight advantage in the opening. So your advantage might come from the fact that their rook is in front of their own pawns. And again, their pieces are also not cooperating well. But yours are neither. So like if you have slight advantage, it's really slight. So they're gonna take it. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, this is so scary. Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, what is going on? Okay. How do I explain that in simple words? You have no castle. Yeah, your king is... Your generals are going everywhere else. Your king is getting more and more lonely, right? Currently, there is no problem with that. But if one of the enemy pieces Sabaki, this king is gonna be easily exposable. On the other hand, their generals are really close to the king, right? So this is what we call king safety difference. And it doesn't have immediate effect, but in the end game, it will give them more speed. Yeah, your generals are like, "Ooh, my king is stinky, I will run away," type of feeling to it. Yeah, so that's generally not a good shape. And on top of that, you play this move, which immediately allows them to make a check and force your king on the back rank. King on the back rank, again, is not a very good shape to have. So generally speaking, they should be winning here. So I would go back here and make sure my bishop doesn't die. And I already have like this king safety advantage here. Yeah. So that's that for now. Now the battle started and it's quite crazy. They got a silver, you got a bishop. They got the lance, so they exchanged 2 pieces for 1, yeah? You would think, yeah, the bishop is like the strongest piece you can have, but no. They have a silver and lance for it. It's equal and a little bit better for them, in fact, because they have 2 pieces. You can actually retake 1 piece and then threaten this one, and this is why it might be better for you tactically speaking, yeah? So the opponent probably shouldn't retake this lance, but attack this bishop immediately. Yeah, I don't know exactly what to play, but let's say they sabaki. And then maybe they can take it. And this way, you know, this inequality would have continued. It would be close fight though. But this is exact position I was talking about, right? Look at the castle difference. It didn't matter before, but the closer you came to the end game, the more painful it became, right? Their castle is basically untouched, their king is untouched, and your king is surrounded by enemy pieces. This is direct effect of your choices in the opening, basically. So that would be the strategical way to look at this game. Now we can take a look at some tactics. Again, king on the back rank, that's not the best shape, right? Maybe here is better. Again, we're coming closer to those generals, right? If they make a check, we have both choice to go down or even push this pawn. This is bad shape, yeah? This is bad shape because now the bishop controls our retreating square. And then we decide to give a big piece to the enemy on top of that. So now he has 4 attackers. And that's a bad, bad, bad situation. 4 attackers means their attack is unstoppable. Thank you for the follow, Osturk. Welcome back. Endgame to opening. When will you learn that your action have consequences? Exactly, Rita, exactly. And the most beautiful move played in this game is this bishop drop. Putting this rook de facto as a hostage. Getting us the piece that we need. I wonder if we can even consider moves like this. We cannot run. And then the king is almost surrounded. Knight drop. Almost surrounded. We're missing. Like little bit. I don't know what would be the best move, but let's consider he's in the corner, completely surrounded, right? There's nowhere to go. We would have to use those big pieces that we have in hand. That's another endgame thing. Rooks and bishops are not very good defenders. Not a very good defender, yeah. So again, yeah, the king is surrounded because he's far away from his defenders. There's nobody to support him. And you have to start understanding that you gave them this opening to make this type of attack. Yeah, you allowed them to make early check, to make early engagement on your king. So, for example, here is the better move. Yeah, run away from enemy attacking pieces. Run away from those. We have to understand those dynamics. Run away. If they come here, you can take it. And then, because the king is safer, this bishop is also safer. By a result, kinda. And then we can do whatever we want. But yeah, it's already quite hard because the king is safe. King is safe, and this silver is not helping neither the defense, neither the attack. It's not helping to attack this king, it's not helping to defend this king. Yeah, Navoiska, so do you have any question? Like, do you understand what I'm trying to explain about the flow of the game? About having 3 generals or at least 2 in the defense? About keeping them together? Yeah, for example here, both castle. Having them together. Understandable, all right. And then if considering attack, try to consider how to activate those 2 pieces together. Yeah, those 4 pieces together in the attack. In this game, the silver worked alone, like a secret agent, but that's not gonna work. Enemy has a good intelligence. They actually can see all the pieces on the board. You're not gonna surprise them by a silver slowly coming 1 square up and up and up. They will see that. So try to find ways to attack together, concentrated way, so that it's unstoppable together. Yeah, like Transformers. Yeah, alone it's just 1 robot, but together they create mega robot. I don't know how to play. Well, if you know how to play chess, you're halfway through. This is the video explaining. Basically, you have the king, you have to checkmate him. And then if you take any enemy piece, it becomes yours. And then we have a little bit more promotions. Everything else is similar. Pawns are different, knights are different. But yeah, you can learn it very quickly if you know chess. So, welcome Marion, welcome to Shogi. All right, that does it for this kifu. We talked more about strategy. Next is Rida with the Shogi link. I felt like I had no attack going all the game, even though I was Sente and Ibisha. How can I avoid this? Okay, let's see what kind of drama happened, Rida. All right, Rida is... oh, Toad invited me to a game, so I guess it's gonna be later. Hetare Swift, that sounds so German, so like computer. We have to remember about pushing this pawn, or going for the 4-5 rook. Yeah, okay, good. The edge pawn, yeah, okay. And this is the Saginomiya's Joseki, I believe, right? Climbing silver. Yeah, so here we are kind of pushed back because we passed one move. We cannot afford to pass one move like that, I believe. Unless it's part of some Joseki I don't understand. This is something I could consider, right? I selected everything, please don't. Something more aggressive, yeah? Here they push you back. Nothing. Okay, but you did do that, though. I wonder, like, this, force you to drop a pawn, go away. Would that be a good plan or not? Maybe you can continue attacking here. I mean, you break their castle. Ooh, this got movement. That's painful. So take the initiative, you are like, aha, I'm attacking your god. But then they take it back. You take the lance, though. This is slow. Knight. Silver, right? This is the Tetsuji. Drop the silver in front of the knight. We lose the gold, we lose the game, basically. Yeah, this is very slow, and yeah, this is slow because the dragon loses its purpose. We probably have better chances if we try to expose king from this side in this situation. Thank you for the follow, Marlon. But yeah, they have a lot of pressure. Yeah. I know it's kind of unintuitive to like consider this move, but basically if we take it, we have the knight drop next, so we kind of expose their king in the effect, so I don't mind doing it. And it stops them, and we need time, right? We do need time desperately. So this is why I wouldn't mind it. If they go here, well, I can take and then expose the edge. But the opening was really, really good, yes. This feels a little bit too slow to us. I cannot explain why. If we go here, that's one move faster, right? Compared to that, this one is one more slower. And then we have this weakness as well. This is why we probably move the rook back. But again, this slows us down, right? So even though we're center, we're giving away a lot of moves. And yeah, we would really have like to have the option to go back. Like here, for example, we could play the rook. Here, right? So yeah, but then they wouldn't take the pawn, yeah. So for example, pawn push. Take, drop, push. Goes here, takes, goes here. If goes back, go rook here. They take, we take, and then we have like token versus silver exchange. So I wonder if something around here was interesting or not. Well, if they go here, you know, we can promote, so no problem there. They go here, here, push. We have the bishop to support, we can consider. Yes, I'm not sure if the rook moving back was like the most beneficial. Maybe we wanted to keep this option. I never seen this move, but I'm not an Ibisha player, so yeah, unfortunately I cannot give you a good advice here. It feels to me like you're playing the rapid attack, so you need to really carefully choose the moves you're going to play. You cannot afford to wait, generally speaking, yeah? Rook going back will be waiting. If I were to get one of my books with this opening. Yeah, I didn't see the right silver. Like, for example, Habu Nanduno will be talking about using the 5/7 silver instead of the 4/8 silver. So this one, yeah? But the order of moves... will be more like silver first, yeah? For example, like this would be more natural, to my knowledge. And then there are very complicated discussions. Where should be this lands, or like where should be this pawn? All this will matter. Hello from Raid. You have a question. Is there a book series to learn shogi structured manners like Usurp of Chess book series? So me being not a very strong chess player, need to Google that book that you're mentioning. Can you explain it me in a words that would like what is this book containing, perhaps? This is so useless. Could you explain to me, like, what does this book contain? Is it like checkmates in one, or basics of endgame, or... Maybe I should buy this book to learn chess then. Like, use up of books helps a beginner to reach a master level in chess. Okay, so let's start with the fact from Raid that unfortunately Shogi internationalization is very far behind. So the number of English books there is around 10 to 20. And this is the main reason why we're doing these streams, because me being a pro in Japan for 8 years or more, I learned Japanese and I'm trying to promote the game. This is why we're doing these streams, so that I'm trying to share the knowledge I got, right? Without having to translate the books. Holy Grail of Shogi books. Oh. And I'm currently working on a book like this, like for beginner. I'm working, trying to write one. So like we're in the process, but unfortunately, all I can give you is like, oh, those books are about endgame. Oh, those books are about opening. Those books are about middle game. But there's no good book that would explain everything step by step, like to a beginner. There is The Art of Shogi, which is an English book, which is like a Shogi not encyclopedia, but it contains like many Shogi openings. Problem is it's quite old and it doesn't like teach you, it's just like showing you all those different phases of the game, of those different castles. So we are a little bit behind. We don't have good coaching books, I guess. We have books about certain strategies. You have to study yourself, unfortunately. And even if there are good books like this, they will be in Japanese. I have books like this for kids, explaining like forks, taking piece advantage, stuff like this. They're in Japanese and they are for kids, basically. Better moves for better shogis are good. But again, this is opening, right? Or middle game, but not necessarily the end game. So let me finish one thought, whenever we can use the other silver or not. In this book, it doesn't mention the other silver, Rita, so you might consider using the left silver next time to be one move faster. So the closest book I would think to that would be this Shogi Drill. And it teaches you how do you start a Shogi game? What are the pieces names? How do you like set up because there's like this traditional way to set up the pieces. So how do you set up? How do you read the notation? How does the piece move? Try to draw it by yourself. How do we capture the pieces? How do we promote the pieces, yeah? Exchanging pieces. How do you drop pieces? Because in Shogi we can drop pieces. How do you win the game? Capture the king, yeah? Use the gold general to capture the king. Use the knight. Try to find a check. So this book, I assume, is like book like you would like to have. Fortunately, it's in Japanese. I should really translate this book. But no, the book I'm writing is quite similar. This one is better because it's written by Habu Sensei. I wonder, this is made by Kumon, actually. Wonder if we can translate this. Because I had to do with Kumon a little bit. They made a video with me promoting Kumon, so maybe we could contact Kumon and try to translate this book. It's an idea. But yeah. The only recommendation I have, please come to us, our Discord, and ask any question you have. We have some resources there. Unfortunately, no, we don't have Yusupov book. All right, Rita. Yeah, I think that's like the main point. As we know, those high-level games, one mistake like this matters. Yeah, and then how do you block this knight? I think when the knight came here, basically, they're succeeding in their attack. Yeah. The fact that they exchange it, it's already a loss. Your dragon and talking, kind of doing nothing, right? Fortunately. All right. Yeah, if he's losing, yeah. Especially when you're playing against strong player, they're not gonna let you go, right? All right, Uskzen, your turn with all the kifu. Let's go. This is Toad. Toad will be later. How do I load the study? Public games, private. Urheres kifu. Kifu parsing error. No moves, non-standard starting position, valid tags approved. Okay, so the kifu isn't working. Some reason. Hansoku. Legal move. Let me try and play Shogi. Kifu version 02. 81 dojo. This is 81 dojo. Okay, your kifu isn't the best for some reason. And I cannot say... Wait, what am I doing? I'm just gonna open your profile and download it myself. Give me a sec. Search. Uskazan versus PSK. Oh, so there are 3 games. 5 plus 30. Number of moves. 86. All right, got it. Yep. Save. You are sent. I found it. Thank you, Rita. All right. So the way I did it, Usk, I went to my profile on 81 Dojo. I clicked search for user. I typed your name. Then I clicked the thing that shows more kifu or more detail about your games. And then I found this game with the exact names of the players and the number of moves. I opened it and then I copied the link of that kifu. Actually, I downloaded it from there, but you can just copy the link. I hope this is the correct game. All right, so here we succeeded in making dragon. That's great. Now we don't want to lose it and we don't want to exchange it, so we can put it back. That's good. And now we're gonna continue like nothing happened because we already have the advantage. So I would like you to castle your king into safety, like a silver Mino castle. Something like this. With this pawn pushed or not, this is a specific opening, so might be a little bit different. Something like this. Then you have 3 generals around your king and you're safe. You can attack as you want. And yeah, you already succeeded in promoting your rook. You will have easier time attacking in the future. Oh, okay, you're doing it. You're doing it. Nice. So your king is still not castled. We do not have to attack yet. Yeah, for example, here we would be much safer to do stuff, yeah? Now the question is, how good is this attack as well? Here we just pushed back, right? So not sure what we've gained on that exchange. We need to have a plan of this piece joining those 2 pieces, maybe knight joining us in the attack. So for example, what I would do is push this pawn, let's say... As you can see, I have to think because it's not that easy. I would like to like kind of put my knight here and attack together with the bishop and the silver. Maybe your way of exchanging would enable that. So I wonder if you're gonna go for that. Oh, no. So going back like this is never an option. We wanna defend this. He cannot go here anyway. He will go here probably. He can exchange, but now that we have the dragon, this is double protected. It's fine. So instead... No, we can just push him back. I would like to start concentrating my pieces onto that square. Just to show you an example. We can promote here because we have those 1, 2, 3 pieces cooperating, right? Something like this. Wait, you have to think? Yes, every opening is different. So because we've exchanged this pawn, we have this spot for the knight, and I would really like to put it here. Enable this attack onto this square, which is the rook here. It might be not as simple because your opponent will see you doing that. Maybe he will bring reinforcements to this square. But yeah, we have to have an idea, consider what the opponent will do, and then we have to have some counter against it. That's the general way we do things in the opening. So instead, we do this. And we didn't double protect this square. That's a problem. Because now they would be able to promote, but actually we have the silver here. Maybe that's fine. Okay. Yeah, so they did develop their knight, right? And they do have the same attacking shape, which is funny. Their problem is we do have 2 strong attacking pieces around here, right? I don't want to move my horse back like this at this point. I would prefer maybe to put it here. To like try to expose this line, put it onto more active square. Maybe I would like to attack this bishop now that it cannot retreat here because we're protecting this square. Maybe I can abuse it. Yeah, if they go here, I can capture the bishop. I can get some piece advantage. The other option is I got a lance. Okay, honestly, what I would do probably is like this. Try to expose the castle. Maybe go here. Maybe put more pressure onto those pieces. Stuff like that. Other thing, maybe I'm gonna force this silver to move and then drop the lance here. Like, there are many creative moves you can try. That's my point, yeah? This is not the best because your king is quite weak now. But yeah, I would like to use the bishop at this point, not only go back. Previously, moving the rook back was necessary because your king wasn't ready to fight. Now we're ready to fight. Now we're trying to put our pieces into most active squares. Okay. Does it make sense? Yeah, so far you're doing great against this opponent. I'm just trying to explain some general ideas to you. So here, yeah, we have this Tesuji, like exposing the weakness. Something like this. Then we make a tokin, and then we abuse the rook, put our piece in their camp, and we're closer to winning, yeah? Yes, we already promoted the rook, so it's like, why do we put the dragon back to the enemy camp if it's already promoted? Well, we want to put it as close to the enemy king as possible. Because we want to surround the enemy king, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we took all those pieces for free. That's nice of your opponent to give it to you. This, unfortunately, is a free piece for your enemy. Unfortunately, rook can take it. If the king takes, yes, this is a very beautiful king surrounding. Yeah, abuse the rook. Abuse the big pieces. Yeah, beautiful ending. Beautiful ending. I'm gonna assume you have chess experience because you're seeing the lines. It just, you need to learn those shogi tactics, like how to break through. How do I sabaki my silver next? Yeah, you have pawns in front of your silver. What do you do there? Is something you have to learn here. How do I activate my knight? Yeah, defend beforehand, before he attacks, so that you don't have to waste a move. Here you wasted a move, he pushed you back, right? Yeah, the dragon never moved. So if I would like really, really seriously consider this. Normally I would like to put it here, yeah, because I can put a pressure on the enemy. The problem is it goes under the bishop line. So this is why I recommended this square. And I think it's safe because our king is unsafe. I would do castle my king. I don't know what they're gonna do. And then I would look what castle they have and try to like find weakness of it. Try to think how... Yeah, I immediately think of this square, unfortunately. Yeah, this square or this square. The silver being here is also nice. Depending on the situation, you can push this pawn. Bring your dragon here and like break through there. It's also an option. Here I'm noticing they have this shape, which means if the bishop moves, the knight is going to die. So I immediately am curious about trying this move, which is kind of looking bad. Oh, one more thing. Here. This guy is under this bishop line, right? So we might have this Tesuji of like double attacking this guy. Yeah, we will lose the dragon, but we will gain a free piece, which is currently a little bit scary because this gold is hanging. But yeah, I would think of those tactics around here. Maybe this one first. Yeah, I would try to abuse their attacking pieces again, right? Maybe like this. Maybe put double attacker onto this square. They come to defend, I'm gonna eat more pawns. Now their rook is blocked. Yes, slowly, slowly. I have more active dragon than they have active rook. I can eat the lands and I have piece advantage. Something like that would be my way of thinking, yeah? So yeah, we had a nice job making the dragon. Try to think or check like pro games, for example. How do you activate the bishop, knight, silver, rook together? Alone the dragon and silver cannot succeed. That's a climbing silver that works only against beginners. I mean, you probably are playing against beginners, so for now it's working, but you need to start working on the next step. And do not underestimate the importance of castle. Yeah, you have to have the castle finished before the fight starts, because you won't have time to do it later. Yeah, so for now, prioritize to create the castle. If the battle starts, start thinking what to do in the battle. But until then, do not attack unless you see a chance and unless your king is ready. Yeah, those two. If you castle, you can attack, or if they have a weakness, you can attack. Those are only two conditions. Yeah, but well done. Good game. You destroyed him, actually. Well done. All right, next one will be... I have too many pages open. So this one is finished. Refresh. Todowski. It's the last one on the list. Cause Kifu will be on YouTube. 10-minute worst game. I had severe attack. That sounds like severe panic attack or something. Neko-san, welcome. Nico, welcome. But I was surprised by both my opponent h5 counter-attack and by the strength for their defenses. What might I consider studying so I can find key ideas accurately and quick? Let me open the link. I think I had it open here already. Shogi Wars, here. So you're sent the... All right. It feels to me like you're playing without looking what the opponent is doing. Hello. Arigatou gozaimasu. You're just playing your moves without considering what your opponent is doing, and they're playing something really unorthodox, right? They're playing this floating rook with the edge bishop. That's something that has been trending in online shogi. Yeah, I know it's like rapid shogi, but like, how do we expose this? This would be the first question. So here I would immediately think about pushing this one. Yeah. Like, if they do this shenanigans, let it be, right? Just develop my pieces. Yeah, and boom. I gained a lot of moves, yeah? Gain move, gain move, gain move. But also, you just seen them push this edge pawn. So if you're not going for an Aguma, you should answer it. especially because it's weird. And now they cannot do their shenanigans with the floating rook, because you answered it as well. So think what they're doing. What's their objective? Well, they want to take vanguard pawn. Do not allow them. Trying to make a weakness on the edge. Push the edge pawn, right? Those moves are opening moves, but you're not thinking what they're doing, yeah? And now it's almost too late to push it, because they're almost ready to protect it, right? Almost too late, but maybe still enough. Now it's too late, yeah? Now it's too late. And we're pushing those moves, but this is not necessary. We didn't gain any advantage here. We could have. Yeah. Here we have to very strongly think about how do we defend this pawn, because this is floating rook. That's gonna be a weakness. And yeah, we made a nice castle, but we cannot push this pawn anymore. We didn't expose the chance. So that's what I was explaining to Urhere. If you see a chance to attack, you should try to push them. Else you should castle. But here you are done player. You should, I guess it shows you're 1Q, but I know you're done player. You should know the tempos of the opening, of the flow of the opening. Now they have all the time to castle, because they took the vanguard pawn. They already took a point, yeah? They're safe in their position. Now, because they have pressure here, I would consider putting the silver here. And I don't like this pawn, because it opens this bishop line. Again, you're doing it without looking what they're doing. So I would consider double defending this pawn with this silver. Eventually, we would have an edge counter attack. They're playing Anaguma, which means that at some point in time, maybe we might have an option to do something like this. Because that's Anaguma, that's its weakness. Creating castle. But where is our points? Are we taking points, or are we just like developing castle without thinking? If we're developing our castle without thinking, they're winning, because they have more solid castle than ours. Never seen a Shogi stream before. Where have you been the last 2 years, Pork Kupin? Where have you been? We're streaming already for 2 years. Again, what's our plan against Anaguma? Do we go for vanguard pawn? Do we go for silver crown, vanguard pawn, take the space so that they have solidity but we have control over half of the board? Or are we gonna like walk into normal fight without gaining advantages? Okay, their bishop is dying. Yeah. Better late than never, that's true, that's true. But have you ever seen a Shogi Discord? Yeah, we also have a Discord. If you're interested in learning, you're welcome. Very much welcome. Yeah, the toads. Free bishop. Why not? Okay, I'm gonna take off those notations. They put a pressure on me to like analyze what computer is thinking instead of thinking myself. So yeah, so if the strategy, the basics of Anaguma, yeah? If the fight on the right side is equal, Anaguma will win in the endgame, because they have more solid castle. It will take you more moves to get to the king. So if the fight is equal, they are faster. And this looks more like an equal fight, right? You didn't gain any huge advantage. Okay, you're finally getting the bishop. You need some big advantages against Anaguma, yeah? Nice. Okay. Do we have enough? We have a... You know what? I would be like, boop, boop, boop at this point. I would like... Your dragon is useless. You have my rook. You have lances and knights. How are we gonna defend this threat, yeah? It's very difficult to defend this with those pieces. Sure, if they drop the lance, maybe I can drop the gold, put a pressure on the silver, yeah? Put more pressure on this lance. Yeah. And then maybe try to activate my bishop or something. Or maybe just promote, go back and treat and checkmate. I want a pressure on this guy. He let me get better attack. I want to speed up. So this is why I would take this gold, because this is last defender. The pillar of his castle is gone, right? Sure, they can drop the rook here. But then again, we put a pressure on the silver. How are they gonna defend the silver with this, maybe? Maybe can add a bishop to the fight. Yeah, I mean, they could give us the dragon back. I don't care. For example, now we're threatening to take this silver and then take this. Okay, what happened in the game, actually? I need this bishop to be activated. Not gonna win without this bishop. We have 3 attackers. That's not enough to break the castle. We need 4. We can make a token here. We can make a token. We can use it to get rid of this gold. This is the pillar defender, right? The most important defender. If we get rid of it, it's gone. If we drop the gold and exchange the golds, we just gain a lance. The gold still exists. We need to annihilate the gold. We need to add a piece. They're adding a defender, kinda. Okay, we're making the talk. Okay, Todd, think about it this way. We didn't sabaki this bishop the whole game. And finally, they're giving us a chance to sabaki this bishop by exchanging it for a lance. Maybe I would accept this, actually. Maybe I would just accept this as a fact. They're gonna get my bishop. I have to be careful about the knight drop, so I'm gonna take it with the silver. Look how much quicker my attack is. How much quicker. Thank you for the follow, Shaka. In the meantime. How much quicker my token is. Yeah, I invested my time in the attack, not in the material. The material doesn't matter. No, this bishop is useless. Leave it. Let it die. Look, now he has all the attack. He has all the time. He's gaining so many moves abusing this bishop. He's not important. Leave him. Leave him. Either we're attacking or we're defending. Nothing between. This doesn't matter. He will promote, we run, they take, we're safe. Do we have attack? No. Well, let's make an attack, yeah? We're talking so useless on 5-1 square. Oh my gosh. At least take this dragon. At least take it. At least take it first and then drop the pawn. At least take it. And then we can boom, you know. Oh, you want my knight? Please take my knight. Yeah, I'm gonna take your gold instead. Oh my gosh. Todd, piece efficiency. What is the best place for the piece? I would even ignore losing of my dragon if I could. But I cannot, because then the gold gets distracted. It's quite rough. I mean, I could. The problem is this token. In fact, even though, you know, pawns and bishops is more valuable, this token was so much more valuable than this bishop. That's my point. You have the guts to take this with the knight. You have the guts. You're creating a huge weakness. You're basically saying, I'm not gonna use my knight to the attack. That's what you're saying. I'm never gonna give you a knight. Okay, how do we expose that? No, leave it. Leave it. It's surviving. He cannot checkmate it. Rook runs, rook runs. He cannot checkmate it. He cannot. Take this lance. Do something. Do something else. Take this. Do not allow him to escape or something. Something better. Ah! Now they will have a talking. Okay. Either you defend or you don't, Toad. You have to decide. You cannot play this or this. Either you attack, which you cannot give the knight because of the weakness, or you... Yeah, here I would even consider taking it with the king, honestly speaking. Like to run away from the weakness. But anyway. Silver takes doesn't work because of the rook drop, maybe. But yeah, you have to decide. The rook died. Rook died because you allowed it to. Okay, I guess that was forced. You will have to run early. Yeah, we cannot take it because the rook is dying. Suck it. Sacrifice the rook. You don't need the rook. Okay, bishop drop is quite troublesome actually. Nah. 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 Or something. Now it's too late. You wasted so many moves on that stupid bishop. On this stupid bishop. Okay. Taking it with the king is also quite risky because you're getting closer to the enemy attack. Like, if they take it with the lance, it's quite uncomfortable to retake it, right? Here again, you're taking it because you're afraid of your bishop. Yeah, Toad, yeah. You wasted 2 bishops just to defend his bishop. I want you to notice this. 2 bishops in order to defend a bishop that made your king miserable. This bishop is one of the worst bishops drops I've ever seen. One of. It's not the worst. Like, move the gold. You know you have a gold, right? Yeah, Toad. Your attack is clearly the talking, right? This is the fastest. The fact that you force him out of the castle is huge success. Continue. Please continue. Okay, Toad, I'm roasting you a lot, but I know you know those things, yeah? I know. I don't know if it's like the pressure of the game, like the timing. Consider, how do I use my pieces more efficiently? How do I sabaki them? Sometimes giving up is sabaki. Where is my strongest attack? Talking was my strongest attack. So invest your moves into talking, yeah? Yeah, because you didn't send your kifu in a long time, so I have to roast you for all those kifu you didn't send. Here, the most important point is you take the lance, for example, yeah? Because you decided to defend here. So you should continue defending. That was your idea. You cannot do this and this at the same time, because then your pieces get spread out. The same way the castle spread out is bad, the same way spread out attack is bad, unless it's surrounding the king. The same way having drop one piece here, that's usually a bad idea, yeah? Because you drop the rook, they gain a move somewhere else, yeah? So either you attack, either you defend, you decide, yeah? Also, this rook became a target later on, so it was like horrible. So yeah, I would take it. Because my idea is to defend here. And who knows, maybe I will drop the lance back. And I'm like, what can you do? What can you do? I defended everything. Gonna drop the rook, I'm gonna drop the pawn. You're gonna take my knight, now your dragon is useless, as we saw today in Eon's game, yeah? What you gonna do? I'm gonna just eat the silver. Yeah, in this position I have huge advantage, so I'm gonna play slowly. Something like this. You have to have clear plan. Do you go slowly, do you go quickly? There's nothing between. Yeah, little bit different, little bit attack. This is, you know, little bit different, little bit attack. That's a really high pro level technique that you need to understand first. I also have trouble understanding it. But in this case, you clearly see the rook hurt you more than it helps. Yeah, so I want you to think, how should you use the token? Where is the best position of the token, and where was the best timing to use it? That's the main question for you here. Apart from that, your opening was pretty interesting. You ended up having really good attack. You had good moves in there, but we're trying to improve, yeah? All right. Sorry for the roast, Toad. I want to see your next game next week, all right? Let's continue doing it. It felt good. This game felt good, you know. I watched your games like half year ago. I don't know how long ago you sent a kifu, but it felt good still. Very sharp. It's just that this poor talking, this poor dragon being so abused. Really sad to see. Okay, chat, do you have any questions apart from this? I know we had some new viewers who don't know what shogi is. Now we have some time to answer those questions. If you have any, please ask. Thank you for the follow, Singostrand Renee. In the meantime, I should update my streamer info because it says every Sunday GST. Streaming Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Yeah. Streaming on Twitch on. Doesn't make sense in English. I have no idea, but we're leaving it this way. So we will have game from Ko for the YouTube. Let me take a quick look how it looks. Yeah, if you guys have any questions. $81 dojo. Or Lee Shogi. 81 dojo or Lee Shogi. 81 dojo is less. I mean, 81 dojo is older server. The problem is it's quite rough because it allows you to make illegal moves. So at first I would recommend playing on Lee Shogi against bots. And then 81 dojo is the better server. So we're gonna have this game for our YouTube tomorrow. Oh, it's gonna be Gangi. Oh, I will have to study it very hard. Oh, the silver drop is bad. I would give away the silver rather than this one, actually. Silver drop is something my soul desires here. Alright. Yeah, quite interesting. Yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit about the Gangi and we're gonna talk about middle game, I feel, tomorrow. What else do we have coming up? We might have some events coming up in July. We do have TTK game on next Saturday. It's gonna be 14 UTC. Are there some beginner on Discord server? I think there are more beginners. Looking at our tournaments, we have more active players are usually below 1 dan, like 5Q to 1 dan, according to number of people who joined the TT Showdown tournament. You know, the problem with beginners is like they come, they go, you don't know who's gonna stay. But once you start studying, you're gonna improve quickly and you're gonna join that TT Showdown level. Urheres, I wouldn't worry there. We also have some veterans there, but they usually don't chat much. Mifa, of course, is very, very strong. We have Telmarch. Yeah, I would say like young generation who knows how Discord works. Generally, is on Discord. There are plenty of active beginners players, according to Hegemege. All right. Yeah, you can always ping people on our Discord. You type @wanna/play, and you can ping people who chose that role, so that if somebody wanna play against you, they can play. You can do that. Many people also come to the stream, but they watch without typing anything, just lurking. Looking at the list of people now. Hey. Yes. But many of those people like this are on Discord as well. They don't type much, but they're reading. They're there. If there's an event, they join. Yeah. Yeah. Keep your rook and the king apart. This is the rule that was broken here, therefore both pieces are in trouble. So yeah, about the TTK title match, it's exciting because once the TTK finishes, I can start setting up the pro games for the winners. So then we're gonna be closer and closer to starting the new season. Urhere, I don't know if you know, we have this tournament called Tourney 2 Series, and it's divided by a level of players. Like we have people under 5Q, over 5Q, over 1 dan, and above 4 dan. And each of them, like the winner, will get a prize. We're thinking of changing it a little bit this season because people gave us feedback. We're gonna see how we're gonna change it. But yeah, if you're a beginner player, you can of course join the weekly ladder to play more games and make friends. But also TT Jotsu for people below 5Q is a great learning experience. You get 1 series game per week. And then you bring that game to my stream, we analyze it seriously. And you know, you feel motivated because you have serious tournaments, 1 game per week. You can study what your opponent will play. You can learn together after the game. Pretty cool tournament. And you will analyze your game with your opponent right after the game. Exactly, yes. I expect either gold for 6 or the horse coming in. Not sure which is better. Like, horse looks good, it seems so, but the king escapes, we drop, they escape here, and we're missing one more piece. And then we have to play slow move like gold here, and it's not a checkmate yet. So I would prefer to move this here. It will force them to take, and we kind of have an attack on the rook, and this horse is active. Actually, taking the gold as well will be a good move. We'll attack both gold and rook. So I would be more eager to take here, actually. Let's see what he does. Crazy game. All right, yeah, indeed, I saw this. TCF, did you send me a kifu still? If you have one more kifu, maybe I would put it on YouTube, TCF, if you want. Tomorrow we have one kifu, I can do it too, to put on the YouTube. Oh, and the gold came. You're sending now, cool. Yeah, so now we have 2 big pieces being active and 2 pieces in hand, and it's really hard to defend. If we defend those piece drops, the rook is falling. If we don't, the rook is still falling. So currently the king is still not, or almost in checkmate. Yeah, king is in a checkmate actually. With a silver drop, gold drop, takes, gold drop, rook drop. Believe me, it leads to a mate. So Zuckerman has to defend here. The question is how, and is it possible or not? The other threat we have is like take the knight. It's no, because the knight takes actually. It's not gonna lead to mate directly. Yeah, so silver drop is the biggest threat now. King running here is also takes, and gold drop. Gold drop, king runs, yeah, rook drop, something like that. We have to be careful because now they have a bishop drop here. So I'm really unhappy that he played it in 15 seconds. He could have thought deeper about this move, about the follow-up move. Yeah, even though this move is quite obvious, here we could have spent 30 more seconds on thinking about the next one, yeah? I would like to like bring my horse in. I don't want to sacrifice too many pieces. Maybe rook drop is considerable. Taking here, is it a checkmate threat? It is. Yeah, and also considering those moves is quite... and the horse like came away from the defending here, so now the king running here might walk into something. Oh yeah, so the problem is if we take, there is a rook drop. King runs, gold drop, king runs, takes, runs up. Ah no, there's a lance here, it's impossible. Ooh, wow, it might be mate in that case. If he goes here, yeah, it's a mate, is it? Yeah, it's a mate as well. Yeah. This is where this 30-second would matter a lot. Yeah, it's a mate. Yeah, there is the lance here. No. This lance was so powerful, left unchecked. So reconsidering this position, maybe blocking the lance was an important thing to do, and maybe taking the rook isn't the best move. We gave them too many pieces, right? Bird, stop it. You're loud. You're so cute. Stop it, Bird. It's jumping on the balcony. Da, 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 da. That's why I like living here. I'm gonna show you the picture on Discord later. 3 a.m., yeah. Yeah, Zuckerman played really well in the endgame. So, yeah, seems like we had good attack, but I didn't consider the gold sacrifice here and the lance. This king was a really good move in the end. Really amazing. Yeah, I don't think ET is losing, but just out of curiosity, we can quickly check that. Login. And that's gonna be the last thing for... I cannot believe how quickly they left the game. Have to go. Oh, okay. I would really want to analyze it. Oh, wait. Where is the game? Hello? Game? Import, paste, import, save. Yes. Yes. Last position. You're living next to a forest and I wake up because of them. Yeah. Thank you for the follow, Imagalhas. There's a big tree on the other side of the road. I can hear them through the shut window at night. So loud, yeah. We also have like those big birds called red kites. And today they were like flying so high and they were like, kee, kee. And like, they actually like, they have one partner for life, I believe. So there were 4 of them there. And it was so nice. Okay, so it's minus actually. Minus meaning Gote is losing. Interesting. I would say he was winning. We're learning everything. Like, so around here, the score changed. King to 5-9 was winning for Sente, for Zuckerman. But him playing here means we can block the lance. Again, the lance is gonna be the main player here. Gold drop, not silver drop. Interesting. And this becomes winning for Gote. Shogi is such a mysterious game. Chinchilla noise. Here we go. Yeah, and it comes into this very long checking variation. It didn't work. I don't know why. This is now a bird stream. Yes. If chinchillas had wings. Chinchillas with wings. This is both majestic and terrifying at the same time. This is the perfect being. I didn't think that chinchilla can be even better. I'm gonna post it on our Discord. Winged chinchilla. So many pictures I downloaded and reposted on our Discord for no reason apart from the entertainment. Alright guys, we're gonna finish because I shall be eating dinner and then doing some Diablo Immortal. Let's see who we can raid. If you guys wanna stay, maybe watch some game grammar.
Wait,
Yeah,
what did a
learn more
minute?
about Shichigoma. Oh my god! What is it, Urhere? Japanese grammar? Oh my god! Oh, there's a robot. There's a robot. That's interesting. And I will see you guys either Wednesday or Thursday. And yeah, ask him about Shishigama. Yeah. And see you on the Discord as well. Have fun over there. Bye bye.